Hi, it's Paul here with your thought for the day on this Wednesday. We've had to make some decisions recently. I'm guessing some of you will have had to make a similar call to the one that we've had to make. You see, back in January, along with our friends Colin and Tracy, Rach and I booked to go on holiday. We go on holiday with Colin and Tracy quite often, and you know we love going away together. And we decided that we were going to go to Zakynthos. Been a long time since we've been to Zante. Rach and I got married in 1998, and our first holiday together in that summer of 98 was to Zakynthos. We had a great time with Kath and Phil, our sister-in-law and brother-in-law, had a brilliant holiday. And so when we looked and found a great hotel on Zante, it seemed like a great place to go. So we booked it, saving, excited, starting making plans, and then this happened, didn't it? And you know, all of us who had holidays booked have had to maybe think, should we go, should we not? Are we doing the right thing? Are we not doing the right thing? Are we going to lose money? When do we have to make a decision by? Is it going to be safe? All of those questions which come to mind. And so I remember as we were approaching the last day or two before we made the decision, having a conversation with our friends and saying, what are we going to do here? And we had to make a decision. We decided we're going to stay home this year and we'll do that holiday next year. It's costing us a bit more money, but you know what, we're hoping that it's going to be much safer and have more opportunity to do what we want to do on holiday. So we're confident we've made the right decision. How do you make decisions? Psychologists suggest that decisions often fall into three categories. The first is just like a gut feeling, an instinctive choice. Those things that you don't even really think about, you just go with what feels right in that moment. And that might be something like, should I breathe in now? Yeah, that was a good idea. You know, we do that all the time. We didn't even think about it. Our mind made that decision for us. It was an instinctive choice. You know, we make lots of decisions like that through our day. You know, we don't dedicate thought time to it. We just make a call and do it. The second kind of decision are informed choices. If we could, we would make every decision one of these, because they're the type where you can do all your research, get your information together and make a decision which will be right or which will be wrong. Some of those are big, some of those are small. It might be something like a menu choice. You know, what food am I going to eat today? You look at the menu, you know what food you like, you know what flavours you like, you know if you like your curry hot or mild. You look at the menu, you base it on past experience. Did I enjoy that meal last time I had it? And you'll make a decision and the meal will come out and you'll know whether you've made the right one or not based on what you eat. But you've based your decision on evidence, on what you already know. But then the third kind of decision are often harder. They're those moral calls, those quandaries, those dilemmas, which are a mix of the previous two. There might be a relationship or a career choice or a house move or something like that. Those big decisions where you make all the research that you can fit your decision-making process, but then you still have to go with a gut feeling. When Rach and I got married, we decided that this was such a big call. We wanted to know clearly that this was what God wanted for our lives. We prayed about it. We asked some close friends to pray. We took advice. We put some things out before God and said, God, you know, we want you to do this. We want A, for it to feel right. We want B, some real Bible verses to back up that this is the right decision. And then C, we want you to get someone who doesn't know we're thinking about this to come and talk to us and just confirm that it's the right decision without us setting that conversation up. All of those things happened. I remember on a Sunday morning, Jackie Leach, her name, was an absolute legend from our previous church, who came to us. She didn't know we were praying about this. She had no idea at all. But she came to see us and she said, you know what? You two have been in my mind this week as I've been praying. And I think God's told me I need to come and see you this morning and say, I don't know what it is you're praying about, but God says go for it. It's a good decision. It couldn't have been clearer that it's what God was saying for us to do. So we got married. What do you do when you're making those big calls? I want to encourage you to do a bit of all of those three things that I've spoken about. Number one, do your research, get your evidence together, make a call which seems right, not just because it feels right in the moment, but because you've got like the evidence that backs up it's a good call. Number two, does it feel like a good decision to make? What does your gut tell you? Then number three, put those two things together. What is God saying about it? Speak to him. God wants to talk to you. What do your values say? Roy Disney, one of my heroes, Roy was Walt Disney's brother, and after Walt's death, Roy sort of went through getting the theme parks opened and all that kind of stuff. And Roy said, it's not hard to make a decision when you know what your values are. What are your values? How do you base your decisions? Do you know God made a decision about you? Do you know God's got a plan for you? See, I'm going to say this verse to you, and this is where I'm going to leave it today. Because in the process of us making decisions, do you realise that God's involved in those calls too? He said this, he said, I know the plans I've got for you, declares the Lord. He said, the plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. As we go about our decision-making processes this summer, I want to encourage you, include God in that process, because he knows the plans he's got for you anyway. God bless you and have a great day.